William is entering his 40s, but even now, in his early middle years, he still represents the younger side of the monarchy. During the last appearance on the balcony of the Jubilee celebrations, next to his young children, the Cambridges looked like an attractive family even at the beginning of things. There is an appeal simply to this. If tradition were to be disregarded and William became king directly after his grandmother, he and his family would play into his role along with the public. As it is, when it is finally William's turn to take the crown, he will in all probability be a relatively older man. It can be assumed that moving up the line of succession is not something he is really looking forward to, since it depends on the death of a loved one. With the line of succession as it currently stands, the UK will not see a young monarch again for many decades, if ever. No one who supports William being made king would be eager for catastrophe to strike his family and change his fate with an untimely death, which is why the idea of Charles choosing to hand over the reins to William himself seems so appealing to many. While the Duke of Cambridge still has the flexibility and energy of a young man, it would be interesting to see what he could do with the role. However, despite those who prefer it, it is unlikely that this break with tradition will ever be made, especially given the life of grooming that Charles has devoted himself to as Prince of Wales. Instead, it will be an older, and perhaps therefore wiser, William who will ultimately take his place, even if some of the spark and charisma he now has faded over the years. There's also the possibility of redundancy. Young people between the ages of 18 and 24 are almost evenly split on whether the monarchy should be abolished or continue, according to the latest YouGov poll. In many ways, tradition is at the heart of a constitutional monarchy. Without it, the symbolism and associated magical thinking required to make it work seems less sensible. If the traditional line of succession were interrupted by a more popular figure every time a monarch nears the end of his reign, having a royal family might start to look ridiculous. If it's going to be a popularity contest, then it might be time to simply call a presidential election. However, with more people than ever before leaning towards republicanism at home and abroad in the Commonwealth, it is clear that some traditions will need to be broken if the company is to survive. William's time will come, but will he still have the vision and ability to carry out the monarchy when it happens?